you can kind of see that there's no real change over the last year. And this is kind of what I see going through all of the cities. Going through all of the cities, it was kind of interesting. You can kind of see that what I'm seeing is the San Mateo cities are actually showing, over the last 2 or 3 years, a little bit of growth. And if you look at this individual cities, it almost looks like the Santa Clara cities might have drooped a little bit. The surprising thing to a certain extent is San Jose itself it's actually kind of growing also. But you look at most of the cities, Sunnyvale, Santa Clara, Mountain View, Los Altos, they're all tending to droop just a little bit. No real sign that anything's changing.
I see.
Okay. So why do you study rental market?
I'm sorry, what about the rental market?
Yeah, why do we have to study it?
Theoretically, people can move from a rental quicker than they can from a house, right?
Yes.
So if you see a quick, rapid, strong change in the rental market, it may suggest that there's something happening with jobs or whatever, and people are leaving. So ultimately, it can hit house prices. Okay, there seems to be somewhat of a trade-off, though. If interest rates change, of course, then if they drop, people may quit becoming renters and start becoming house buyers. And to a certain extent, it almost seemed like we were seeing a tiny bit of that, where the rental market was strong. It seemed like
we figure out this blacklist the Freddie Mac and Fannie Mac has with the banks, and she started looking into it and figure out what's going on. That's why I do believe it's a good opportunity for you to get into condo and townhouse market, because as you can see, the price has been trending down. However, you need to know what to look for. So don't just go to anyone. You got to come to the expert, so you know how to go around the loan situation and get your loan approved.
I do like to share one feedback from Jen's client that he just bought a townhouse. It turned out that Jen was competing with 2 other realtors. And so I asked the buyer, why did you choose to work with Jen and with JV Realty? And he said, Jen was the most knowledgeable agent and who's giving me a lot of guidance. I'm a first-time buyer, so I feel really more comfortable. So I choose to work with Jen. I'm very happy to share this with the group, everybody.
Yeah, not only buyers has to know the seller. If you're the seller, you're selling your condo townhouses going forward, you also need to know what to look for, because you have to make sure the buyer is able to, unless they're buying without cash, you have to make sure the buyer change tomorrow. What's coming next is the Federal Reserve is going to announce if there's going to be a rate cut or not. If that's not going to happen, things would have changed. All right, so Jen's going to go over some of the things that would influence consumers' behavior in terms of real estate.
So besides demand and supply, which we will talk afterwards, these are the 3 things that we think in 2026 will have the most impact on real estate market. Well, the job market, I think all of you have heard that the AI boom. One of the downside is that the tech company are actually laying off some people due to AI replacing some jobs. Amazon, Meta, all those big companies, Google has already done the layoff. We will continue to keep track of what's going to happen next. Are they still planning to do what is going on? We will have to keep track of. And interest rate sharing is going to go over interest rate later. Of course, they always have a big impact on real estate. The stock market is, Sharon said earlier, is up and down, and we'll have a more in-depth analysis later on.
Yeah, basically, interest rate and stock market in that area are always the 2 most major factor. Last year.